We're live. I think you guys can hear me. Yes, okay. My phone just refuses to update it. But I have the chat over my phone right now because when I'm live from mobile, I only have my laptop and my laptop only has one screen. So it's annoying, but good morning. All right, we're going to try and take liquidity out of these markets. We're going to see what kind of trades are going on. Before we get into any of the news, we have to go through some of the markets and look at the coins because I don't want to miss trading opportunities just because we're talking about decentralized science. After all, these live streams are us trying to take some money out of the market. So Bitcoin's not really respecting that VWAP that we use to trade off of. But if you go look at all the altcoins, they all are. Every single one of them is bleeding today. At least all the ones on our watch list. Look at Aptos. Aptos is falling off a cliff when it compares to that VWAP. None of the volume is really here. I don't see a ton of volatility, but these trading setups are pretty immaculate. So literally everything is going down today, except for Bitcoin, which is holding up. I mean, still technically down, but it's only down by 0.3%. So nothing we can't handle. What's going on, you guys? We got Johnny, we got Oh Man No, we got MK2000. Let's go. What's good, Dream? Steve the Canadian, my favorite Canadian. Don't tell Johnny. I didn't even think about Johnny when I said that. All right, let's get right into some of the news then, because clearly none of these altcoins are ripe for a good setup. Maybe a Solana short could be argued right here. It could be argued, but I want to see Bitcoin be in a position where it's going to continue to trend downwards, and it's showing some signs of support here. So I'll keep this. We'll keep coming back, but we're waiting for some of these altcoins to come back up to the VWAP and retest to see if it's going to break back down. So no perfect setups right now. If you guys see any coins, anything at all you want me to break down or touch on, feel free to talk about it. I got the chat right here. We're live Monday through Friday. Rain or shine, no matter what room I'm in, we're here for it. Now, there's one topic that I want to bring up during this live stream that is very important to me, and that is that not everything in the realm of decentralized science is healthcare or biosciences related. I know a lot of what we're talking about right now is or are these DAOs, these decentralized autonomous organizations, which are focused on research around longevity and trying to improve the health and lifespan of humans. But that's only one realm of science. That's only one sector. There's literally, I had to search it to see how many exactly there are. There are over 50 types of sciences, and I'm sure there's even more different types of sciences. But we got formal science, computer science, logic, stats, math, science services, natural sciences, applied sciences, social sciences. All of these things are literally part of decentralized science. This is a massive ecosystem that I don't think people are fully aware of because all of the focus and all of the funding right now is on longevity. Johnny, I'm sorry, Johnny. He's my favorite Canadian with it in his name. We're going to talk about computer science though today because I came across this article from August 4th, 2023 to be exact. Room temperature semiconductor race shines light on crypto's DeSci movement. As the world races towards validating LK99, the crypto community, specifically decentralized science, is up to another experiment altogether. So, if you are unfamiliar, semiconductors need to be in chilled environments in order for them to work appropriately. Obviously, not all of them, but these quantum energy semiconductors, because electrons are so rapidly jumping all over the place, we can't control them. We don't even know where they are. I know most of you guys are probably familiar with, we're just going to look up atoms. I don't know. Yeah. You guys are probably familiar with this model of what an atom looks like, where the center is a nucleus, you got protons and neutrons, and then you got electrons flying around them in these very specific orbital patterns. That's what we were taught in science, right? This model specifically, where there's electrons orbiting a center nucleus, and they're always just orbiting in a circle like this. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. What in actuality is that there's a probability sphere or a cloud around the atom. And I know I'm getting into the weeds here, but let me nerd out, please. That's why we talk about decentralized science. There's a probability cloud around the nucleus of an atom, and the electron could be anywhere in that cloud at any time. That's why we call it a probability cloud. We don't know where it is. It's very, very hard to track these things because they're moving so fast and they're so small. And so, in order to get around that for these semiconductors, because we've gotten to the point where semiconductors are so unimaginably small that the electrons will literally just jump through solid walls and get to the other side of a wall. It's like a little quantum jump because we don't know yet. We don't know. That's part of the mystery of quantum physics and everything. These electrons have to be slowed down in order to be processed and managed in these minuscule semiconductors. And so we chill them. We make them really, really, really cold. Negative 135 degrees Celsius. Because, like when you're cold, you stop moving as much because it's freezing and it's hard to move. Electrons are no different. When you chill something out, they stop moving as much. And then we can actually use them in the semiconductors. However, on July 22nd, a team of Korean scientists from the Quantum Energy Research Institute shared preliminary papers introducing this substance they claim exhibits superconductivity at temperatures as high as 400 Kelvin. That's disgusting. 127 degrees Celsius. So you could have semiconductors for quantum computers at room temperature. This is a massive breakthrough if true, because then we don't need these quantum computers to be sitting in literal vats that are colder than space. Hopefully, like if you guys have questions, ask them. I'm seeing them in the chart right there or the chat. I know I'm going through some pretty high level stuff right here, but if you're keeping up with yourself, pat yourself on the back and make sure before you put your hand back down on the keyboard, just go to the mouse and hit that like button because this is some good information. I'm having fun actually. This I didn't even think I was going to get into the nitty gritty here, but I can't stop myself when I start nerding out like that. If we're able to have quantum computers that can exist at room temperature rather than the current quantum computers, which need to be in environments that are colder than the vacuum of space, let that sink in. They're actually sitting in little chambers that are colder than space in order for them to function. Then we can have quantum computers mass distributed and see this quantum reality start to take hold and start to take place. A little bit scary for a lot of the world's technology and encryption, but that's for a later video. What's important for us here is that now that this research has been publicized and the researchers, the fact that LK99 is composed of just four readily available ingredients, red phosphorus, copper, lead sulfate, and lead oxide, has also piped or piqued the interest of DIY scientists. One of them is Joshua Bates Stands. Oh, Joshua Bates stands out. Guys, I only got like 4 hours of sleep, so you gotta bear with me when I make those stupid fumbles of language. All right, I have notifications on silent here, so I don't know. In October 2021, he established DeSci World, a platform designed to facilitate decentralized research and enable peer-to-peer funding for anonymous research. We've heard that so many times. We know how most of these DeFi or DeSci institutions run, not institutions. Like decentralized finance, an alternative to the current financial system, decentralized science offers a more open, community driven way to conduct experiments and research around the world. Yada, yada, yada. We know what decentralized science is. What's important here is that DeSci World is currently working on validating whether or not this claim is true. Because you can have a study that comes out with one specific outcome, but that means nothing in the world of science. You need to replicate it multiple times in order to validate it. Or you need to reproduce the exact scenario which led to the outcome that this first research got and see that no, they messed up somewhere. What their results were not significant or just completely false. So DeSci World right now is working to see if they can actually validate a room temperature semiconductor. This would be this would be the largest breakthrough that we've had in probably all of science if this is able to come true. And DeSci World is making their mark by being part of this race to see if it actually is valid. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Just a word of advice to y'all. If anyone took from DeSci plays, do not park your profits in ETH, park it in USDC or other stable coins. Facts, Johnny. Thank you for that. Don't like when crypto crashes, everything crashes. So if you took profits off of some of these DeSci plays that we've been able to capture, yeah, Ethereum's going up right now, but it's not a stable place to be storing any of your gains at all. Even if it broke out here and continues to rally and actually makes this comment look like a foolish thing to say from Johnny and I. It's a risk. You have to acknowledge it's a risk. We could absolutely easily see Ethereum pull back down probably well under 17, 1800. A 20% correction is nothing. Imagine we come back and build out support down here. A 30% crash, that would suck. Stablecoins, stablecoins, stablecoins. Am I the only one nerding out on this? Am I the only one tweaking? Like, look at that. Imagine we see quantum computing take over, like at a major scale. I mean, the metaverse crew, if you're bullish on metaverse, you should be bullish on quantum computing because the only way that we're going to see a metaverse that actually takes hold is if quantum computers are readily available and can be here to host environments in which the metaverse can exist in because quantum computers are good at probability. And probability is something that's prevalent everywhere in our society. The probability that I was going to pick up a napkin and show it to you guys is a potential outcome. Every single potential outcome that could exist needs to be mapped inside of a metaverse world in order for it to actually gain any traction. Which you should probably tell that to AimX token, because this is a DeSci project in the metaverse, believe it or not. And while I don't know that my audio is going to work appropriately, we're going to watch this video in silence What the hell? Whatever, whatever. I thought I was here sitting in silence, so didn't realize the video had audio, but cool. Very loud. Sorry. Feel like I'm in a hash den. LOL. Well, sorry for the 9 a.m. ear rape. Didn't mean for that, but we'll continue on. AIM, I hope this goes well for you guys. It's going to be fascinating to see if anyone shows up. I'm not as, while I think that this is cool and it's a convergence of two narratives that could do pretty well, not as bullish as I probably should be on this project. No hate to the team. I think they're doing wonders and they got a big following, so maybe it does really, really well. But I just don't think the world is really ready for the metaverse. I think we're jumping the gun a little bit here. Healthcare in the metaverse could be easy to diagnose different things, especially with all the wearables. You connect your Apple Watch and you're able to pick up on all the biometrics. So I think it could have a good run. I just think we're 5 to 10 years too early for it. Now, let's get back into what you guys are actually here for. Okay? Let's get back into it. I know why you're here. The DeSci stuff is cool, but I know why you're here. Y'all want to see if we can take some money out of these markets. You guys want to see some profits in your portfolio, and I get it. I do too. If you enjoy profits, you're in the right spot. Because our portfolio has been absolutely killing it. Truthfully, even the bag holder to homeowner long-term portfolio has been crushing it. We're up literally almost a 2x. From $500 to $1,500, we're less than $300 away from getting a complete, well, that'd be a 3x, 200% 3x. We're killing it. Worst performer is Gene because I just added it to the portfolio and the next day it went down. Not into that project. The only DeSci play that Johnny doesn't hold. Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad, guys. I'm bullish on JJ and PS Crypto's content. You better, right? You better be. You better be. There's a lot of good content creators out there, but I'm the best, so I'm gonna make them. Never mind. I don't want to get in trouble with the SEC by saying the comment I was gonna say, but we'll just continue onwards. Portfolio is doing great. The trading portfolio is up more ROI, despite literally being down 50% since I took a series of bad trades like a month ago. But we're chilling. I was too heavy short on the market when Bitcoin spiked, and so I got liquidated out of a bunch of positions. And with that, the portfolio is still at $500 from a $100 initial. We got a guest coming in soon. Oh, he's going to the bathroom first. BR20 for the win, mate. We could look at some of the let's go to the actual charts to see it. Again, if you guys see any trading setups that are here, please feel free to shout them out. I would highly encourage you to shout them out for me, please. Just for all of us, not just me. Matic, I'm waiting to see. I would love to short some Matic. Aptos could be an easy play as well. This is like a very, very clear downtrend on Aptos. But I was going to bring up Stacks because the Bitcoin ecosystem, I know you said BRC, but or BR20. Grow is doing nice since I jumped in. Let's go. Also got some hair last night. Let's go. Stacks went on an absolute rip. It tore shit up. It went up 46% from the lows yesterday to the highs. And then right now we're sitting 48% up from the lows. So Bitcoin ran, and so it just makes sense that the DeFi ecosystem on top of Bitcoin is going to run as well. We got another one, Alex. Oh, I just am stupid. Alex. Let's go to market cap so you guys can see how small these projects are. Alex also pumped violently. Wait, this is the minute chart. I don't think this is the right Alex. There we go. Why are they doing this to me? Look at that. Look at that. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. From the lows back here in October, we're already up 388% on that. That's crazy. I didn't get into it, sadly, but we talked about it. Went on a crazy run. Can you guys hear the music from Aaron in the background? Yeah, Johnny's been killing it with these plays. Row is up an insane amount. Hair is up an insane amount. This the decentralized science ecosystem is growing like crazy. The community is getting significantly stronger, and it's so goddamn early that I can't really explain it to you guys. I know you guys are probably understanding it because you're here watching it all. You're here in a live stream about DeSci, focused on DeSci from a channel focused on DeSci, and there's 10 of us chilling in here, right? That's not a lot of people for a channel that's talking about such a new asset class. These market caps, $30 million. The third biggest DeSci play out there right now is $30 million. And SingularityNet is not purely DeSci. Ocean Protocol is not purely DeSci. VXV, not purely DeSci. All of these coins are so unimaginably small that it's like hard to actually conceptualize how goddamn early we are to this. VitaDAO, $34 million market cap, could quite literally do a 100x from here. And still barely be in the top 30. Barely. And that's at current market cap standards. Like these coins, ICP is probably going to do more than a 10x, a 20x even. Near Protocol, not going to be sitting at a $2 billion market cap during peak bull market. So watching VitaDAO go up 100x from here and still probably not be in the top 100 cryptos is an insane thing to think about, considering how obvious of a play VitaDAO is. Not financial advice, do your own research. Yeah, exactly, Johnny. My content here is literally just a springboard for people. Research coin is up 300% since I got it. Just not sure how long to hold. Next coin distribution is November 2024. Yeah, so that's a good point. You got to be fully aware of these coin distributions that come up. Um, doesn't mean you have to sell out of all of them, right? They're just potential reasons for the price to go down. I like to look at a lot of these dilution events as like if the price is tanking, I have an explanation for it. I don't want to be caught off guard with some of these things. So while I'm not selling any of the research coin that I have, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing. You have to make your own decision with that. If research coin were to fall by 50% here, would that devastate you mentally? Because that's probably going to happen. Not just because of the unlock, but we're gonna have a pullback in Bitcoin eventually. You don't you don't see an asset, you don't see any asset, let alone Bitcoin, go up for literally 8 weeks in a row and see no correction at all. That's not something that's sustainable. So whether we just come back down like 7, 10%, or we come down 25, 30%, who knows? But that correction is going to decimate a lot of the altcoins, especially the ones that just exploded in value. Despite most of DeSci holding up very strong, right? We saw all these rallies. We saw Research Coin literally do the first time I put it on my X, the first time I ever talked about it, we were sitting at about a penny and a half, and now it's at 60 cents. It hit all the way up to 70 cents. So that's like a 40x. From trough to peak, that's like a 40x. The fact that it has not immediately come straight back down is mind blowing, but I would just mentally prepare yourself for most of these projects. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. I don't want anyone falling victim to FOMO or getting caught off guard. If you go up 4,000% and then you pull back by 80%, you're still up 1,000%. That's insane. If you can hold 1,000% pump, that's insane. But that does come with a potential 80% correction. I'm not saying Research Coin is going to do that, but you have to be mentally ready for stuff like that to happen. It's crypto. This is an extremely volatile asset class. The Earth could get hit with an EMP from the sun tomorrow, and all of these things are going to go offline for the next 8 months. You don't know. You just don't know, right? Rinse and repeat so you become risk free. What's good, FTW? Welcome in. Happy to see you guys here. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'm on my laptop today, so bear with me. If you appreciate that grind, you know what to do. If you, no, actually, this is going to be a more straightforward request. If you've been watching these decentralized science live streams or following me to any capacity and seen us talking about all these plays before they exploded and managed to get in and make some money off of them, hit that like button. Really, like, share out the channel. I want this community to grow violently into the next bull market. We got 18 to 24 months where a lot of people are going to be changing their mind or changing their entire lives, not just their minds. I think decentralized science is going to be one of those narratives that is so obvious looking back on it. And right now on YouTube, unless there's other channels dedicated to it, we are the only one. So you guys are in on something unfathomably early. This investor, you're hella early on this investor. Like button is smashed. Let's go. If your profit goes up 3x, take some profits and reinvest into some other things you're bullish on. Yeah. Always be rotating that money, 100%. I think this is the melt up, in my opinion. It'll be pretty hard correction, but it'll be a short one. A couple weeks in January. Yeah, I think, Steve, that is something that a lot of people have been talking about recently. A lot of people, because I think early January, the Bitcoin ETF has to be approved or denied. And I think there's a very high likelihood that it gets denied and that BlackRock and ARK Invest and all of these other literal dozen entities that have filed for a spot ETF take the SEC to court over it. The judges are like, you literally have zero reason to deny this, so we'll approve it. But that process takes probably like a year. It is just the reality of it. I think 2024 is going to be blue ballsing us about the ETF for quite some time, and the market's not pricing that in. The Bitcoin market cap, the Bitcoin market is not pricing that reality in, or that possibility rather. They don't even see it on the table, so it's going to be viewed as a pretty violent correction. But we'll have seen what the idea of a spot ETF can do to the price of Bitcoin, 70%, and I think we'll rebound out of it pretty quickly. Not the blue balls again. If they approve one, they will have 1 billion applications the next day, and crypto will become significantly more confusing or slightly more confusing. Yeah, they have, I think there's about 12 right now. It's 10 to 12 applications. If they approve one and not the other, I think that everyone who gets denied takes them to court. If they approve BlackRock and deny ARK, ARK's taking them to court. So I think if they approve one, they have to approve all of them, or at least like more than half. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hedged. Although I did deploy more capital, right? We go look at the allocations. I'm only 18.5% USDC right now, but that's because I'm expecting a little altcoin rally after this Bitcoin stuff. I'm going to be taking a lot of profits. Check dot, I'll probably be wiping out entirely, but I'm going to save that for another video. I really want to take some liquidity out of these markets. I really want to trade. I'm antsy. The problem is, while I'm trading, I won't have the live chat up, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. We're rebounding out of this, okay? Aptos, while not at the VWAP, is a perfect pattern for what I'm looking at. We see a very, very consistent downtrend pattern, right? All day we've been downtrending. We're literally stuck in a channel right now for Aptos. Every time we come to the top of the channel, the RSI kisses that 70 point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times we've come up and kissed the top of the channel, coinciding with the top of the RSI indicator right at 70. Bitcoin is breaking out again, literally about to put in new highs for the entire year. This is quite literally the peak that Bitcoin reached, 42,400. So what do we do, guys? What do we do? Bitcoin looks like it's running like crazy. The altcoins are bleeding against it. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to have a pullback to short some of these altcoins. Where should we go to look and get an edge in the market? Do you guys know? I have it open up in a tab. There's a tab at the top that gives you a hint as to where I'm looking to go next. I'm curious if you guys have been paying attention. They will not approve any. Yeah. I think that's the most likely outcome because no one's expecting it, and it can't be this easy. It just can't. Making money, they're not going to let the little guy make unfathomable amounts of money by being early to Bitcoin, by being early like this to an ETF. So just keep that in mind. They will and they do manipulate the markets all the time, not just crypto, but the stock market. I have literal recordings of what's that guy from Fast Money? Kramer saying and explaining how he used his hedge fund to manipulate the stock market. So it's not new to crypto. It's not like this conspiracy theory. I'll probably be close to 50% cash, Johnny. Yeah. I would rather ARK than BlackRock. BlackRock trying to take over the world. Trying, my brother. Trying? Come on, people. We need to find that 1% a day. Let's go. I'm going here. I'm going to the Bitcoin liquidity zones. Okay? Look at this. This is actually huge. So on the larger timescales, we have a little bit of liquidity building up above, right? Above the price, just barely above the yearly high that it set the other day. Okay, that's gone. Hopefully this one pops back up because I was in the middle of talking. Oh, wait, we can just back up. No, we can't just back up. Okay, well, if you looked, there's a little bit of liquidity above us, nothing really below us on the larger time scale. So I would believe that we could continue to see this rally even higher. Imagine we go to see this $45,000 area, this zone of liquidity. That would be kind of insane. On the small time scale, on the one that's important for us grabbing our 1% here, I'm going to pause this so it doesn't disappear again. There's no liquidity above us anymore. There's no liquidity at all. It's all below us. So this is super bearish. Even though we're at the top range here for the price, this is a super bearish thing to see. We're probably going to come back down $41,794 to be exact. Let's go ahead and put a line right there. $41,794. We are coming back down here. Bitcoin starting to tank. Let's go to Aptos. See that we've already started to curl back over and put the chat to the side. So don't send anything important. If you want to insult me right now, do it because I'm going to not have the chat open. So if you want to insult me, now's your chance. But then delete it because when I come back, if there's any grueling insults in my chat there, you're gonna get banned. You're always welcome to make a new account and respawn, come back and join us for some fun. But the rules are the rules, guys. If at any point someone bans you, feel free to respawn. It just sucks so you have to make a new account. All right, I got to remember this is Aptos. Last time I fucked up here, I did an Arbitrum short. I'm gonna go in with just 10%, or no, let's do 12x. We could see the reversal. Bitcoin could just continue to rally, so I don't want to be too over exuberant here with it. But even the RSI is starting to break down. It peaked, isn't really holding up. Is it holding up though? It could be holding up. I'm going to take the gamble here. Yeah, there's more than 1% in here, so ready? Do we do it? Do we do it? I did it. Where okay. It also just set it to 20x, so apparently I'm 20x short on Aptos right now. That could bite us in the butt a little bit later, but let me set up my stop loss, my take profits, just so I don't have to think about it anymore. I'm gonna I'm gonna put the stop loss, I think, up here. Normally I'd do it at the break here, but I think I'm gonna put it a little bit higher, just in case we wick out. So stop loss right there, and then we're in it right here, so 1% would be down here. So I'll do the take profits a little bit higher just to account for fees. Cool. What are these prices at? 743. 7.43. And what is the price for this? 7.311. Maximize. Maximize. Cool. So again, risk to reward is in our favor. Price action might not be in our favor though. We'll see. All right, let me go back to the chat and see what you guys are saying. Need to find that 1%. Let's go. Let's go, baby. 1% club. RIP Rich Piana. Your hair is sick. Nixu, you're getting promoted. As soon as as soon as I have the ability to promote people, you're getting a paycheck. You always go towards the liquidity. Never understood the logic behind it. Who decides the path price goes? It's a beautiful question. Beautiful question. Your mother wears army boots. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah, her favorite joke is actually kind of related to that, but I'm gonna save it because I think it's stupid. I have PTSD from that word fees. Oh my God, that was insane. You better not be on 50x. No, it was 20x. Either way, if we break out here, I'm kind of screwed regardless. So Bitcoin's continuing to run. It's going past the liquidity. Liquidity, it said, what liquidity? We're going up. We're going up, bitches. Okay. So there's two reasons. One is very strong and fundamental. The other is a little conspiratorial, but also holds some weight, some truth in it. And I'm gonna not be on this because I want to see where the price goes of it. You guys are gonna watch me get liquidated out of this trade, or my stop loss get hit. Why does the price always flow towards liquidity? That is very simple to answer with these two things that we just talked on. Number one is the conspiratorial one, and it's more fun to talk about. If, let's say, you know that if if let's say the market maker can see that there are everyone in this group right now taking this exact same trade and we all set our stop losses right here at $7.43, okay? Let's say theoretically speaking that there is the potential for market makers to send the price up to that stop loss and grab all of the liquidity that we just provided into the market. They make their money off of the spread between the buy and sell. That difference between the buy order and the sell order, which dictates the price of any asset. They make their money there. They make it on some fees. They make it on literally liquidating us. If they can liquidate a group of orders and grab that liquidity, they'll make some money. So it's in their interest for the market makers to send the price to the area with the most amount of stop losses, or yeah, stop losses, because they're going to make a ton of money if they can do that. The second reason is a more fundamental reason, and that is if a million people want to buy an asset for $1 or the iPhone, let's say we're trying to sell an iPhone and a million people are willing to buy an iPhone at $1,000. What price do you think that iPhone will sell for? If there's one person who wants to buy an iPhone at $2,000, that person will probably be able to sell it for $2,000 because there's greedy people out here. But realistically, the price of that iPhone is going to be sitting at $1,000. So if all of the liquidity in a market is sitting at a certain price, that asset price is going to trend towards that liquidity. That's purely based off of supply and demand. If along the way there's large areas that the market makers could send price to liquidate people and grab those fees and grab those spread between the buy and the sell, they'll do that. They do that all the time. That's why you see those random scam wicks. I don't know if we'll be able to find one right here, but like this, I guarantee you right now, okay? Let me see if I can get a horizontal ray. I guarantee you that right here, probably a little bit higher, but right here is a massive support line, just below a massive area of support on Aptos, okay? Because market makers drove us straight down to that liquidity zone. There were probably a lot of leveraged long positions that would get liquidated at $6.90. If we zoom out, I guarantee you we'll find a very large support area right there. What do you know? That's literally exactly where I would have drawn the line for that area of contention. We have every single time it came down here, we bounced off of it. So a lot of people are assuming that's support and probably putting their liquidity points where they would be getting liquidated right there. We go out to the daily, you can probably see it even stronger because the bodies of the candles are bouncing off of that. So that was a very large area of liquidity there. So they were able to take a ton of money out of the market from sending the price down there. We have a live guest behind the camera.
Yes.
It is Aaron.
Let me see.
We're short in the market. Just Aptos right now though.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. Just for a little quick day trade.
Yeah, I see the alts are they're cooling off a bit, which is good.
Yeah, everything's bleeding a little bit against Bitcoin right now, which is happy for us. You can buy the fucking dip. BTD.D. Speaking of Bitcoin dominance, BTC.D, not BTD. Let's go check out Bitcoin dominance. Surprisingly, Bitcoin dominance is actually coming down. Oh, wait, this is the minute. I thought this was the daily. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance is literally just skyrocketing. It does not stop. Bullish on Bitcoin dominance. Look at this. This is interesting. Bitcoin dominance has broken out to new yearly highs, despite the price of Bitcoin having not broken out to new yearly highs. That's interesting, isn't it? That's interesting. If your portfolio, if your altcoin allocations are not outperforming Bitcoin, why are you holding them? Let me say it again for everyone in the back of the classroom here. If your altcoins are not outperforming Bitcoin, why are you holding them? You're taking on more risk by being in something with a higher beta. Why would you do that to yourself? Reduce your risk, get into a more secure asset. But it's probably too late for that because it's already had its run. The Bitcoin dominance has already gone up an insane amount. So it's probably too late to FOMO chase into Bitcoin dominance here. But like, you knew that was going to be the outcome back here. You had an entire year to be scooping up Bitcoin. You had literally 2 years to scoop up Bitcoin while it was weaker against altcoins. And now that it's breaking out, the dominance that is, because again, we all know the dollar's trash. Why we denote all of these assets in the dollar makes no sense to me if we know that the dollar's trash. We should be comparing all of them to Bitcoin. We should be doing APT/BTC. We should be looking at Aptos as it compares to Bitcoin. Let's get rid of this slash. This is how we should be trading. I don't give a shit what the price is in dollars. I want to stack more sats. Wouldn't it be the same fee when you get liquidated or when you hit your profit limit? Um, that's a good point. Yeah, probably. I think the fees get a little bit more aggressive in areas where there's a lot of volatility. They can just get away with charging you a higher fee, but we can assume that it's the same. Yeah, they're just malicious. They like they're just malicious. I'm sure that in an hour I will come up with a better reason to tell you something that makes more sense than they're just malicious. But again, I went to bed at 4 a.m. and got up at 8 o'clock to do the live stream or get ready for it. So I'm running off 4 hours of sleep and 2 cups of coffee and some nootropics. Nootropics are a lifesaver. Yeah, the supply and demand makes a lot of sense. The fees are pretty much the same. There's higher spread in points of volatility, so they can do that. I'll get back to you, Nixu. Tomorrow I will have an answer for you, okay? Hit me up in the disc. Can someone remind me in the Discord though, so that I don't actually forget about that? Por favor. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Keep going. Yes. Die. Die. That's what Benjamin also said. Yeah, I got that from Cohen. The only reason I'm paying it, well, not the only reason, but my main vote of confidence for why I can say that about Bitcoin dominance so aggressively, not only just from personal experience, but from Ben Cohen. Dude's a G, knows what he's doing, very smart, continues to make money. I'm already over 50% Bitcoin, so I needed more risk. All right, all right. Personal portfolio theory, I respect it. All good. Thanks for doing the stream today. Hell yeah. I'm not going to miss out on this just because I'm a little tired. You guys see how we're gonna keep going. This channel, I'm telling you guys, this channel, I hope I'm not doxing myself with any important information, but I'm pretty sure this stream key gets taken away as I'm live. This channel is going to be the largest resource for decentralized science that exists. We're at 692 subscribers. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. We just skyrocketed. I think we hit 400 at the start of last week. So that's insane. But like you guys are really early to that investor. And as I get more exposure, as the company that I'm literally founding, I'm genuinely founding a startup for crypto analytics. Me and Aaron, who was just behind me, and Lucas, blockchain boy, we're literally co-founding a startup for blockchain analytics. As this thing begins to take off and gain more and more traction, as all of the different communities, I guess, not even communities, as the Discord starts popping off, as people start to recognize the alpha that's going on here with such a tight niche community and such a valuable community, as they see us make fist loads of money, literally 100x's, if not 1000x's on some of these coins, they will recognize it and see it. And I will be in a position to give to you guys so much more value than even just this free alpha. So I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Don't think I don't see it. It means a lot. It's no longer just Dream Johnny and I sitting in here chatting on different setups in the market. The developing a trading tool. You have to use all time frame trading tool with dashboard monitor. Yeah. Let's go, TradeWise. Do it up. Do it up. I tried putting in my email like 7 times. Are you having others submit through the site? Could be me. No. Okay. That's a great question. Thank you for bringing that up. We're still getting your email, so I can see that you put that in 7 times. I don't know your email, so I don't know exactly which one it is, but we're getting your submissions. We're getting everyone's submissions. The welcome email just isn't going out because um we got bot attacked and the automatic email provider said like chill guys, you got way too many emails, we can't send that out right now on your current payment plan. And we were like, well, what the fuck, we thought we got the larger payment plan, but it is what it is. So now we have the log of all the emails, we have to go back manually send all those emails out, so that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be so much fun. So we get the airdrop. No airdrop. There's actually zero coin associated with blocks. I know it's probably going to be upsetting for you guys, but I'm not trying to go to jail. I'm not trying to flee to Dubai. There's no coin involved with this. It's purely an analytics platform. But when you're trying to go trade and you're trying to do something, let's say you're trying to buy an NFT, you have to pull up Etherscan, you have to pull up OpenSea, you have to pull up these DEX tools, you have to pull up all of these different like icy tools platforms in order to get a complete picture and scope of the analytics for that NFT platform or for that NFT project or for an ERC20 token or for what are Solana's tokens? All of these different things that are compartmentalized across many different platforms and not just able to be seen in one coherent platform. Your entire portfolio, a complete and utter history of your entire portfolio. Not only just your portfolio either. Let's say you get a hold of Michael Saylor's wallet and you want to see what ordinals this man has. Pop it in there and get a complete and utter breakdown of all of his ordinals, every single Bitcoin that he owns, every single transaction to every single wallet in his little ecosystem. A complete and utter sleuthing tool. Let's say you want to turn on notifications for whenever he does something. You can go ahead. Go ahead and do that. We got Drake's wallet address. That's going to be one of the preset. I'm probably giving too much alpha, but there's 7 of you guys in here, so I'm not too worried about it. And my other founder is asleep right now, so he's not going to yell at me. Let's say we got Drake's wallet. Let's say you want to know anytime Drake makes a move in the entire cryptoverse. You can turn on notifications, see his entire breakdown and every wallet associated with him, and get a notification anytime he makes a move. Sends money over to Kodak Black again. It's all we have a free version, which will be able to do that. That's not behind the paywall. And then we're going to have a paid version, which is going to have so much more. No token, because I ain't going to jail. This Aptos trail is going to make me go to jail. This Aptos trade is going to make me go to jail, though, because I'm about to murder something. For the algorithm, I did not just say that. Who am I kidding? They only care when you talk about COVID. Is your email run by Saitama? Yes. Well, I might actually have to be the one sending out all the emails. We'll see. We got I think we're probably gonna pay one of the we're probably gonna pay someone to do it because there's like I think there's like 300 emails that have to go out and it's too much. Yes. Shh, shh. Just stay on the lookout, okay? Just stay on the lookout. Don't sleep on Block's solutions. Literally, it's gonna be you're gonna watch. Just I'm not joking at all. Watch all of the influencers start just having block solutions in their live streams. They're not even going to be talking about it. There won't like some of them will be paid probably. Some of them will be paid 100% to shill it, but there's going to be a lot of influencers that just use the platform because it's that OP. You're not going to be paid to use it. It's literally just going to be that OP. It's almost at as we haven't even launched the actual product yet. This is just the email sign up beta for beta testing and pre-users and to get like early access discounts and shit. And we already have almost more followers than my account does. You're not helping the algorithm. Yeah, I know. I'm not. It is what it is. I've gotten literal flags on some of my videos for these DeSci videos because I'm talking about new research and the algorithm can't differentiate between misinformation and new information. So when you talk about science and with the new YouTube policy updates, they are shadow banning and censoring things that disalign with the mainstream narrative of health information. So a new research article comes out that depicts that picking your nose can enhance dementia in certain types of dementia, which is a true statement. But if the algorithm doesn't know that that is a newfound thing, then your video might get flagged. So I've already gotten flagged on some of my videos talking about these DeSci breakthroughs that we're seeing. It's stupid, and probably once a week I send an email to YouTube complaining about it to Google. I know it goes to their spam, but it's like a venting scenario for me. We're seeing. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna eat and probably take a nap. If you guys have any questions or any coins you want to break down with me right now, now's your chance. This Aptos trade I will keep posted in the Discord because I think there's a good chance that we see it play out in my favor. We'll see. Bitcoin is holding up a little bit stronger than I would have liked to see, but we just kind of got that head and shoulders pattern, a little bit of a triple topping there as the RSI starts to come down. It would make a lot of sense for Bitcoin to not continue this rally, But at the same time, betting against Bitcoin is one of the stupidest things you could do, especially on a long enough time horizon. I hope Aptos falls. I don't hope Aptos fails, but I gotta go. My brain's just saying words that flow through it, and I'm already edging YouTube with my comments on certain subjects. So before I say something that I end up regretting having on a live stream for forever, your time is your most valuable asset. If you have specific questions, go to the Discord. Hopefully, this was worth investing into. Don't forget quantum computers and room temperature semiconductors are gonna be here in the next couple years. I'll see you guys in the next video.